YouTube world, what is good? What it do? I'm back. I'm back again. Back again in the business. Y'all already know what it is. It's the battleground of sports talk. DFW Sports Rats, where we drop flavor, we kick bars. Everything up in the DFW. You see the decor. Y'all know how we rocking. It's the one-man, four styles and flavor of DFW Sports. Bringing it straight to y'all from the trenches. Y'all know how we do it around these parts. Man, we got some things going over. It won't be too long of a show that's going on up in here. I only got a few topics to talk about, which is just going to be Ranger and a quick Cowboy, talk about jumping up in here. Joshua, what's up, man? What it do? Tuning in, man. Big salute to you. Tuning in late night before we get into this, what we call weekend, so appreciate you for joining in, man. I'm going to talk some Rangers going on, and I'm also talk some Cowboys right here, some things that I got up on my mind after listening to Jerry Jones take the podium, along with Stephen Jones as well and Mike McCarthy. But it was mostly Jerry Jones up there, doing his spiel in training camp. But we all of a sudden we looking up and the Rangers have, won 5 straight as they complete the total sweep over the Chicago White Sox. I didn't do a show on Heart of Texas yesterday, but to go ahead and follow up, we're gonna go ahead and do this right now. You say the Dayton Dragons going to the Dayton. Oh yeah. Hey, it's rocking up in that thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad the Rangers at least don't have a home game around this part. But jumping back on that, I hope you have a good time there. Not to jump off the subject. Hope you have a good time. Looking at the Rangers winning 5 straight, you basically what you had is your aces bouncing back is what you need to see, because the last 2 times you saw Nathan Eovaldi and Max Scherzer take the mound, they got blitzed. And they got ran up off the mound. That wasn't pretty to see. But for them to get the ball, Nathan Eovaldi, let's piggyback off what he had going on Wednesday night, as the Rangers had one of those reminiscent vibes of 2023 where, bro, they put up runs, they hit home run. I mean, the offense, it was still a close game. I think the Rangers was up like 4-2 going in the 8th inning. In that 8th inning, they put up that 6th spotter. And fireworks went galore up in there. But, speaking for Nathan Eovaldi came up in that thing. And like I said, his last outing, he got blitzed in 5. I think he gave up, like 6, 8, some. He gave up a lot of runs, earned runs. But for him to bounce back and gain this game in game 3 against the White Sox, to go 7-2, basically almost go 8 innings. Go gives you 8 innings and gives up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 10 Ks, punching them boys out. I think Wednesday they punched them boys out like 17 times. Now, that is speaking against, that is the Chicago White Sox are not only just the worst team in the American League, they're probably the worst team in the MLB. They're making that case for it. Ooh, the Reds, and I have to look at the full schedule. Since you brought it on here, they might not even play them. They don't even play them. They don't even play them. August is going to be a hellacious slate to see to finish it off. But looking at the Rangers, man, they did what they had to do. And then not to mention that, that 8th inning that you got from the Rangers offense gave you a lot of hope. And then you just needed the deal to be finished off today and Wednesday. From Wednesday and basically today, Max Scherzer comes out there, and Max Scherzer handles business. He stands on pitching as well. It was a pitching game anyway. This is another game that the Rangers had to win that one run, one. Basically, a lot of this win streak, their games are 1 run difference. They're winning by 1 run. Except Wednesday. Wednesday, they blew them boys out the park. But Max Scherzer, like I said, both your aces bounce back. Scherzer went 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, had 9 Ks. So both your starters basically give you almost 14 innings, and they give you a total of 19 strikeouts. Come on now. Bullpen did real good. Latz gave up 2 hits, but he didn't, and walked the batter. But he didn't give up no runs with it, and he didn't last long. But you look at the bullpen, and things are starting to get, Cody Bradford in the rehab. Dane Dunning about to, show up. It's a lot of things going right now. And I have to also give credit to my big bro. He was saying, look, due to the schedule, I felt him on the schedule where it's like, okay, the schedule should be easy going into the trade deadline. They will have to make that move. But he was sitting there saying they're going to make their run. They're going to make their run. And they're trying to make their run. Now, how much can you say of a run? This is me playing on the negative side. How much of a run do you think the Rangers can actually make? Just because, are you really going to go off a 4-game sweep? Now, unfortunately for the Rangers, they needed every 4 games, no matter if it was a blowout or a 1-run win. Bottom line is they needed the wins, but 3 out of the 4 games, they really struggled with the White Sox, bro. They really did. That's the negative part. Positive part is they found ways to win, and in our pitching was supposed to pitch good because, like I said, this team offensively is just at the bottom. Gamer and Baller, what's up? What's up? Mad Max is top 10 in all-time strikeouts, as I believe he has 3,400 of them. That man been pitching around for a long time, man. It's been a long time. Mr. Cowboy, what it do? We about to get in. I know this ain't your favorite subject because, if you look into your rearview mirror, things may appear closer than what they seem to be from the naked eye. So, but we got some Cowboy talk. I got to talk about your boy Jerry, what he went up there and he babbled at the podium. So, Josh, hey, you right about that, about Michael Gallup retirement. I didn't even, catch that on the last time when we was talking. I blabbled so much that I ran right past it. But it'll tie into what Jerry talked about today in Oxnard. I'll tie in with that. But picking back up off the Rangers, like I said, I don't plan to be on here that long. It's already 10:30. If you're on the East Coast, it's 11:30. So going into the weekend, I just want to give my spiel. I'm trying to tell y'all, trying to make sure I be consistent. Just like I be coming to y'all with them game footage, I'm trying to come to y'all consistent with doing this. But Rangers win 5 straight. They got basically one of the best records since about midway of July in the majors. Now the whole question turns: do they sell? The only reason I think you can sell to get better, because I think you got too many pitchers now. Because now you're about to have Tyler Mahle come back sometime in August. You're going to have Cody Bradford, Dane Dunning, and then Jacob deGrom is basically throwing off the mound. So now you got a big flux of pitchers in there, and I think you can use that to go ahead and get another bat, which, give credit to my big bro, he was talking about that. He said that they needed another bat. That means Adolis Garcia, for some reason, the pop is not there consistently from him. You got to see what you can get from the bottom of the lineup. But Josh Young, he is starting his rehab aside. Basically, he's getting his down in the Round Rock. He's going up in that thing, and he's really going at it. He's at assignment for sure. And Evan Carter is going to be right behind him. So you're starting to get some more bat lineup. But also, what do you do on the defensive side? Because we've had this talk. Josh Young plays that third base. Carter plays the outfield. You know what I'm saying? But you got Wyatt Langford and Josh Smith playing real good. So what do you do? What do you do with Adolis? What do you do with Tavares? What do you do with Nathaniel Lowe? Do you DH Seager? There's a lot of question marks that's about to happen that Bochy and this ball club is going to have to manage with. But I trust them. I trust them. They do need another bat, though, because for some reason their offense is at a stall. Because to me personally, there's still room to grow for this Ranger team to catch fire. You like to see them at least take this series against the Toronto Blue Jays that they'll be on the road starting tomorrow. You like to see that happen. You like to see that happen. Who next for the Rangers? The Toronto Blue Jays, right there. Right there. And Toronto basically in a position where they about to sell, they done with the season. So it's Rangers at most on the road. You need to go ahead and win the series. You get you 2 games, get ready to, then I think you play St. Louis. Then you get ready to play the Red Sox, which that's going to be a big series coming up there because you're chasing them kind of for that last wild card spot, if necessary. You take care of this series right here, and then we'll see what else can happen from there. But looking at it, the Rangers are now in a position where they can basically sit or they can sell to go ahead and make the team better. Try to give them a little bit more depth at bat, what they can use. So I'd understand it. I see it. I see them going for that. But give credit to them. Regardless who it was against, it was something that they needed. They're 2.5 games out of the AL West. I think they're 5 games out. Still, I have to go back and look. They're either 5 or 4.5 games out of the wild card. So keep scratching back, Rangers. Keep scratching back. Now let's talk about your boy Jerry Jones, man. That's what kind of took me long to get to doing this live. I was listening to the whole basically conference of it, and it's crazy about your boy Jerry Jones, man. For the longest time, man, we've always sat here and said, bruh, you need to hand over the reins. And what's crazy is Steven sounds so much like Jerry. But Jerry went up here and basically, he faced the questions about, what is this about everybody's contract? Why do you have everybody, you're saying you're all in, but in Jerry's talk, he mentioned all in so many times in his conference, in his presser, so many times. And another word he mentioned a lot was ambiguity, which means, there's always some change going on up in that thing. And it's a lot going on for him. Bruh, what really took me is everybody's talking about the negotiations that's going on. Why CD Lamb ain't getting paid, or why haven't you extended Dak if you're all in? Why haven't you extended CD Lamb if you're all in? And Jerry's base, what I got from his presser is, now it could go either way. But he's saying that their main job is to get them 2 dudes extended. They're trying to get them extended for sure. Oh, yeah, it's almost 12 o'clock on your side, man. I appreciate you for holding up, man. Appreciate you for holding up. It's all good. But Jerry sat up there and said, bro, they're trying to get them done. Then he made another comment. It's like Dak and Jerry kind of said the same thing. Dak is like, he wants to stay here. Jerry said the same thing. He wants to keep Dak here. But then they both ended it kind of saying the same thing too. Dak was saying, look, has other great quarterbacks left the team that they played for and play for somebody else? Yeah, it has. So he's not tripping about, he's free to the idea of doing that. And then Jerry comes back and, talks about, well, there's been a lot of things in life that I've wanted that I never were able to get. And I've had to live on with it, and life goes on. So it's almost like they're sitting here saying, yeah, but yeah, so I can't really call it. I think the deals will get done. I think I've always said, to me, Dak needs to be the first one to get done because he has all the leverage. But I think I've told you from the jump, Dak is being the great soldier. He's trying to get CD paid first. How's that going to go? I don't know. But give it about this first preseason game. That scrimmage against the Rams is going to tell you a lot. It's going to tell you a lot how fast this deal will get done. It will tell you a lot how fast this deal will get done. So look for about around that scrimmage time. They'll get some things talking. But Jerry's saying that, he's like playing option quarterback with all these deals he's been going on. And in that analogy that he used, the option quarterback, he kept saying that, why do you, and the frustration has been, look, are you not gonna, if you don't believe in Dak, then let him go. If you don't believe in CD, let him go. But if you do believe in them, why don't you get them paid earlier so it doesn't cost you as much? And he made the reference as being an option quarterback where you ride that thing all the way out to the sideline till really you get to a point where, damn, you can't even pitch this thing no more. You know what I'm saying? So he says he's going to do it his way because he's comfortable that way, but you just ride it out is basically what he's saying. It's a gamble either way you take it, but he's trying to take it out as far as he can. But for him to say that option quarterback, the theater still has to be good. I think these deals get done quicker if the Cowboys don't get, let's say they lost the same score what the score was, but let's just say for the sake of argument, they started out good and they just like ran out of gas or something like that. They made it interesting throughout the whole game instead of trying to come back in the fourth quarter. I think everything is different, and I think Jerry wants him there because he did sit there and say, basically, since Mike McCarthy's been here, there's not many teams that have had the consistent success. Granted, it is nothing but regular season, but he mentioned in some things that I've mentioned, people say Dak can't get you over the hump, but you do need a quarterback to get you to a place where either you can get over the hump or not. And I kept saying Dak, he's the best option that you got. Now, in the playoffs, it's going to be a whole different story. It's going to be a whole different story. Oh, you got Cincinnati over there, huh? He love about Cincinnati. Hey, like I said, we get to see y'all again. We get to see y'all again down here. Man, y'all get Travis Hunter. Shit. If you got to be a bad football team to get Travis Hunter, bro. Travis Hunter is going to be a top 3 pick. He's going to be a top 3 pick. There's no denying that. He's going to be a top 3 pick. You say starters not going against the Rams, regardless how it looks. If these receivers that you got out here are going to be backups anyway, if they can't do nothing against some other backups, that will expedite the contract negotiations. So, we're going to have to see about that. But Jerry kept up there saying about ambiguity and all in. He really didn't say too much. They bragged about that is, when they were asked about the fan apathy going on. How can we believe in this team after the way they flamed out last year? And they brought up for the simple fact that they're in a landslide of the season ticket renewals. Bruh, let's be real. You talking to a dude who's been to them games. I've seen, and a lot of people always had this problem about AT&T Stadium saying there's no home field advantage because it be rich folk in there. It be rich folk in there. And they be gone by halftime. I'm telling you, I done got down in them seats and I'm like, bruh, like for real? These seats all up in there. Shoot, that's more room for me. More room for me. Please believe me. Now, I think the night games are different, but folk with money just be buying it just because. And they don't even be caring. They just be up in the atmosphere. So you're having a lot of that's going on. But then you get a lot of people that's out of state. You'll get some Steeler fans that come up in here. You'll get some Bengal fans that come up in here. You'll get some Niner fans that come out. You'll get a lot of other teams fans in here as well. So, AT&T is just one of them stadiums. A lot of people kind of saying it's old news, but when it's a Cowboy game, it's a different type of environment. It's a different type of event. Y'all might as well, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit that notification chime on DFW Sports Raps. Y'all know what it is. Follow me on Instagram at Drewski. Follow me on Twitter, or it's better known as X, at Drewski Selfmade. Trying to break out everything we see right there. But as Mr. Cowboy say, the game I went to, we had home field advantage. If you look at the last 2 years, people can say what they want, but in the regular season, you have went undefeated the last 2 years at AT&T Stadium. Now, will they do it a third consecutive year? That's highly doubtful. But damn, bro. Like I said, when I started doing this channel, I went to 5 Cowboy games. Y'all can go ahead and check out the video. Go check out the videos. You know what I'm saying? I went to 5 games. Those were wins. Last year, I went to all but one of them. That was the Philly game down here. And then I went to the playoff game. That was the only loss I've experienced in AT&T Stadium. And that sucked because it was a cold-ass game. As my man Joshua the GOAT saying, since I see you repping them Bengals in there, you got Chase, Burton, Hunter, fire receiver. And shit, not to mention you got the trigger man, Joey Burrow. Like I said, we get to see y'all again. The last time we saw y'all down here, y'all were coming off y'all Super Bowl, appearance, and we had our thing. We ended up pulling it out. Ravens will be a tough game. I plan to be at that game. Like I said, I'm going to the Saints game. I said I'm going to 4 games. I'm limiting myself to 4, but I've already said I'm going to the Saints game. That's like a birthday present to me, shoot. And then I'm gonna follow back and I'm gonna go to the Ravens game. I plan to go. That Eagle game gonna be expensive, but I missed last year's, so I'm gonna go to that Eagle game this year, and then I'm going to that Monday night game for sure against the Houston Texans. Now Cincinnati, hey, yeah, I did, bro. It was around holiday time, you know what I'm saying, and it was like I was already stretching myself. What really hurt me? What really hurt me was the Rangers winning the World Series, because not only was I going to all them Cowboy games, I was going to postseason games. You know what I'm saying? So I went to an ALDS against the Baltimore Orioles, and I went to game 5 of the ALCS against Houston. So those kind of already set me back while going into the football season. So it was a lot. It was a lot. He said, nah, got to go to the Houston game. The last Houston game that I was at, it was 2022. I got the video. Make sure you go to look at the video. That game was stressful as fuck. It really was. But when Dak threw that pick, man, I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? But then they had that goal line stand, and then Dak took them all the way down the field, and they won the game. That was something fire, bro. Real talk. We gonna see. We damn sure gonna see. I look forward to, when it comes that game where we play the Bengals, that you go ahead and tune in. I appreciate you tuning in for every live, Joshua the GOAT for sure. But man, when the Bengals come to town, man, make sure you tune in to me, man. We gonna have some fun. Ain't that right, Mr. Cowboy? We gonna have some fun. He said fired for missing. Hey, that's a phrase we love using around here, man. You fired. And Roach, you fired too. Shut up. Nah, but for real, man, that was the only game. He said you went to all the games but that game. Hey, it is what it is. But like I said, the Rangers took me deep in my pocket. I know that's something you don't want to hear, but if it makes you feel better, that game 5 I went to, y'all won. Houston ended up winning that game. So if that make you feel better. But Jerry, I think Jerry, they're gonna get some deals done. That they're gonna get CD done. I can say they're gonna get CD done. Dak, I believe truly they're gonna get a deal done with Dak, but I'm not 100% sure with it now. I'm kind of changing my tune on it now. Like, yeah, it can actually go 50-50. Nah, I'm actually gonna say it's like 60-40. Man, you must be high. I say it's about 60-40. Ooh, I don't know about that, man. If they go for now, I said with this roster, now one thing Jerry and Mike McCarthy and Stephen Jones, they all brought up. You talk about everybody, they was like, okay, all of y'all on us about losing free agents and not replacing them. But he was basically saying for us to get a deal done with CD, who wants to be the highest non-paid quarterback, and then you got a quarterback who wants to be the highest paid quarterback, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. And letting Biotish go, letting Tony Pollard go, letting Dante Fowler go, letting Hankins go, those type of moves, letting go of Gallup, who ended up retiring. I just don't understand how did you give a contract to a guy who was coming off an injury, but for some reason with CD Lamb, who puts up the numbers that he puts up, you're hesitant to give him the type of money that you need, that he's looking for. It's a cold world out there. Now, Jerry is saying they got the money, but if they sign these guys, that's 70% of their cap. That's about 70% of their cap. So what they're saying is, look, we made some decisions to let some guys go, and we chose the whole firm. And their main reason was saying that out there on the training, this is Jerry's word. This is all their words. Out there on the field that they had is 14 Pro Bowlers, 12 All Pros. I think that's what they were saying. Yeah, something like that. But hey, when you say that, you're like, you know what? That's true. But tell the complete story. Yeah, you got those, but you are spotting in a lot of spots. And one of them all pros and Pro Bowlers that you got on your roster, he's not that guy anymore. And I'm cool with Zeke. Don't get me wrong. I'm cool with Zeke. But Zeke is not that all Pro Bowler guy that you know what I'm talking about? Come on. That's where you get a little bit delusional right there. Ooh. Y'all got a tough division. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Cowboys do, because for the last 2 years, everybody has sit here and said they don't beat nobody when it matters. Oh, well, we're going to see. If that is really true, then you're going to see against this division. For sure. As Mr. Cowboy said, he want Hankins back. And the words coming out about Mozzie Smith, they was talking about he was close to 330 pounds, man. Brian Broaddus came out on the airwaves, and more of the report saying he's at 310, and it doesn't look like he's going to get that much bigger. You talk about a dude who has a lot on his shoulders right now. He's going to have to, yeah. It could be a big disappointment. I can see Luke Schoonmaker actually making the, coming back off an injury, doing something. We already know about DeMarion Overshawn. They're participating, but Mozzie with a shoulder injury and he's fluctuating in weight. That's not a good thing to have. He said 310 is better than 285. Agreed. That's why you got your shoulder busted, because you're trying to play like you was a 300-pounder, but you was 285. So we're gonna see. But they're trying to hype him up like he's. But Jerry says he's comfortable in the way that they're drafted, and let's not kid ourselves. They have drafted well. Will McClay and this, scouting department in there, they have drafted well. Now, the starting offensive line that came out in the training camp started with Udoga, Chimney Udoga. It started with him at the left tackle, Tyler Smith, Brock Hoffman at center, Zach Martin at right guard, Terrence Steele at right tackle. And like I said, if I was on the last year of my coaching contract, it's hard for me to put some rookies in there. I don't really have time for the rookies. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to lose. I'm gonna have to let the ship go down with some veterans. Now, it was kind of interesting to see that, it wasn't really a clear-cut answer. None of these were clear-cut answers, but about Mike McCarthy's future. The only thing Jerry could really comment about, and I'm going off of, watching that whole presser. it kind of got all mumbo jumbled up, but at the same time, he's actually kind of telling the truth. He's just not telling the full truth of what's going on. But they have drafted well. They have had success the last 3 seasons. There's nothing to take away from that. They're not really running from the fact that they have got to have better postseason success. They're not running away from that, but at the same time, he's saying what I've said. You got to at least get there. You got to have the opportunity to at least get to the chance where you can win more playoff games. If you don't get there, then it all go for naught, regardless. In the last 3 years, they have did things in the regular season. Number one is they have played hellacious football at home. That's been number one. Number two, they have benefited maybe from the timing of their schedules in the divisions that they have had, especially the last 2 years. But now this year, you get the NFC South. You get the NFC South. That AFC North, we already know is going to be crucial. It's going to be crucial. He said if we lose week 12, I'm going to week 18. Down here, the finale. He said I can't take a L in DC like that. So I got to come back to the Texas grounds to you know what I'm saying, get the retribution. I feel you. Joshua the Ghost said going to the Bengals versus Panthers in Cincy. When is that game? When y'all play the Panthers down there? Don't tell me that's going to be one of them November games, December games. Ooh, chilly than a mug, man. Like I said, I had my time after that Green Bay game, and I mean, hell, that was one of the worst experiences. Already. Like I said, I don't plan to be too long. I plan to jump off here a little bit soon. As you see, my voice is a little groggy. You already know what I've been doing, bruh, in my Kevin Gates voice. You know what I'm saying? But Jerry finally coming out and talking. I think I told y'all from the jump. Once he got his legal battles up out from underneath him, he's back in his element now. Dragging this out is just what they got to do. They just got to make sure they just hitting the right number. Oh, week 2? Oh, that's fire then. You good. You ain't got to worry about no cold ass weather. You ain't got to worry about no cold ass weather. Cowtown, what it do? Vic in the house, what it is? What it do, man? You out on the road or you chilling, man? Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Hey, I had to sit up there and listen to what Jerry Jones was talking about, but I did talk about the Rangers winning 5 straight, and hopefully they keep some things going. But I was tripping about Jerry, man. That boy Jerry said, man, with these contract negotiations, I like to think of myself as an option quarterback. I'm like, well, then the way you explained it, you weren't a good option quarterback, because he said he basically just ran into the sideline and then made the decision when to pitch. Like, nah, bro, you ain't supposed to get to the sideline and decide that. Like, you got to be reading everything. So, but it kind of seemed that way that what they're doing right now with these contracts with CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. Like I said, it could go either way with Dak Prescott, but I think they all want to. I think they all want to be there. It's just the money gotta. It all gotta make sense, and I think it all has to make sense when they go through getting ready to get to their final cuts. Who they're not gonna keep and who can they can go ahead and let go. And then after you do all that, that's when I think Dak's big money is actually gonna come in. CD Lamb, I think it will take about the first, at least up to the first preseason game, if not quicker than that. If not quicker than that. He said, yeah, I figured you on the road. I figured you on the road. Man, be careful up out there. Hold it down as always. I'll be seeing you on the X feed, my brother. Hold it down. Do it like true kings do, for sure. Mr. Cowboy, what you got? Week 4 going to 2 games. Cowboys at Giants and Bills in week 4 going to 2 games. You going to 2 games? Giants is a Sunday night. Bills and Ravens must be. Oh yeah, yeah. I went to the Cowboys Giants game last year. Boy, that was poop. We beat the brakes off them boys. Beat the brakes off them boys. Washington, that was I had a most memorable moment up in there because I saw Deron Bland's. I witnessed his historical fifth pick six of an NFL season. So I'm gonna be follow me on X at Drewski Selfmade, man. I'm gonna be reliving through some of the highlights of 2023 and getting us ready for football season. So if you're getting ready for Cowboy season, man, check out the videos that's on the channel, man. I got everything from last year, mostly every game of the season, but the Eagles, of course. But outside of that, we got a lot of things going on. Check the shorts out, man. We got a lot of action up in there. As he said, okay, now it makes sense how you gonna hit them both up. Hey, man. This I've always said, man, going to the games is it's a live event, man. It's just something about it. And like a brother said, he's able to get his aggression out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a weight room studio type thing, but it's just in a loud atmosphere. And then it's always much more better when your teams win. But I plan to holler at you, Mr. Cowboy. You know the Astros got to come down here one more time. So you know what that means. I just want to put that across your head. I just want to put that across your head. Shoot, my big bros, they probably sleep right now. To be honest with you, they probably sleep. I ain't saying nothing about no age. I'm just saying, shit, my ass need to be asleep. What you mean? He said you need to talk some Texas football with my big bro, huh? And you trying to throw it in Bud for like I said, I ain't got a dog in the fight. I'm Florida State. I'm on the other side. You know, I'm on the other side doing some things. But no, probably this weekend, it all depends, man. Probably hit them up and see what they want to talk about, either going about the Rangers or basically getting a spill of, because pretty soon I'm gonna try to put some video clips together about what these writers are seeing and witnessing at these training camps, and I'll just probably piece it together and have it running in the background while we all talking, or if I'm talking, either or. But it's about around that football season where we do always hit each other up. But hey, I've been only having to jump on here so late, and that's why I've been going at it solo, because I'm just trying to respect everybody's boundaries, because it do be late, as you see we right here. So okay. Tink, 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 tink. All right. Let's remember this now. But we gonna see. Rangers call 5. They're a game under 500 now. Now everybody can talk up in there. Now everybody can talk. I'm trying to think about if I'm gonna go live with y'all tomorrow. If I do go live, I probably won't go live Saturday. It all depends. I'm gonna try to see what's going on. Y'all want to see the brothers? I probably holler at them and see what the topic is going. But if you haven't followed me on X, go ahead and do that at Drewski Selfmade. Make sure you do that, because be breaking some news. Not breaking some news. I just be sharing some news that's coming out of Cowboys, Rangers, Stars, Mavericks camp. I've been reading a little bit up on what the Mavericks got going on as well. So I'll try to touch on them next time we come around this part. I always keep trying to say I'm not trying to go that long, but all of a sudden I'm about to end up eclipsing over that 40-minute mark, which ain't bad. It's always cool kicking it with y'all, kicking some flavor in y'all ear. But what I take away from Jerry Jones is he has everybody right where he wants them. Where you're questioning him, you don't think he got it, but you just really don't know what he's working on. You just really don't know what he's working on. Me personally, they don't perform that great in the pressure situation. So to have them on pins and needles to do this in final years of their deals and stuff, I think the word was they got 30 expiring contracts after this year. 30. Hmm. Hmm. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Jerry he sells the picture. He said he's not slow. Well, he didn't want to talk about it, but he said he's not slow. He understands what's going on, but to have 30 expiring contracts and you're gonna sit here and brag and boast about you got 14 Pro Bowlers out there, so you got a good team, but everybody, if y'all don't perform good under pressure, what makes you think everybody on 1 year is gonna do that? It's only BS just because it ain't got us nowhere. But like I've told everybody, we've always sat here and said it's been this amount of years since you've seen an NFC championship game. Agreed. We all know that. But I think you can honestly sit here and say the last 3 years from Mike McCarthy, that was a funny hire to have in the first place. It was not too sure to be what you thought you was going to get. But you looking back at it, man, dude, 36 wins, bro, that's a lot. The only way they're getting over the hump is getting to the NFC championship game, getting out the divisional round. Let's be real. He didn't say that, but he said that. He said that. Now, normally when I talk about the Cowboys in this type of situation, when they're talking about this, my blood pressure get high, but ain't no need for that. Ain't no need for that. Ain't no need for that. But like I said, you're going to go into this training camp. You're going to get to that scrimmage, and they're going to quickly realize, if they might do it before, but they're going to quickly realize they're going to have CD Lamb out there regardless. And it just, a lot of, Jalen Tolbert, he, for the start of camp, from little videos I saw, he made a good, back shoulder catch that was kind of out of range, but he made a hellacious reach and effort to go grab that. You had some things going on. You had some great defensive plays from the secondary. A lot of things going on. Like I said, I'm trying to save a lot of these clips and then make a montage clip while going in the background talking about the Cowboys and what we can probably expect. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Like I said, probably tomorrow night I'll be taking the ladies out tomorrow, going out to eat and doing some things. So it will depend if I come at y'all on another tip. It just might be late. That's what's been happening. You believe in Jalen Tolbert? I'll put it to you this way. I believe this is his year to show that he can be that guy. This is your year. Because you're not going to have, Brandon Cooks can only be here for so much longer. You know what I'm saying? So Jalen Tolbert, this is your year to show that you can be that guy. To my man, Mr. Cowboy's point, you got to show that you can do that. In the words of Lil Flip, I can do that. Do that. So that's what you're calling. You're calling your breakout player. One of your breakout players is going to be Jalen Tolbert. I have to go think about one of my breakout players. I'm probably going to go and probably say Hunter Lupick. Some want to say Deuce Vaughn, but I'm like, bro, he my size. And I'm not knocking it, but I like what they can do with Hunter Lupick. Like, You can put him in the H-back role. You can put him in the tight end role. You can put him in the running back, fullback, single back, running back. You can do a lot with him. If they're smart, I like for him to be a breakout player right there. Hunter Lupick fumbled. He had a brain fart. He really did. Like I said, you go back and look at that play, you're like, bro, like, did you not know that you were supposed to get the ball? I can't deny that. I cannot deny that. But I like his skill set, what he can bring to the table. And you just give the defense something else to prepare for. That's how the 49ers are pretty good. They got what's his name? Uh was it use check or something like that? But you see, he can do a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? You can say that cost us the game, but you know, defensive penalties and then the defense at the end. Let's be real. That it was just a total team loss, unfortunately. Dak had uh it wasn't his best game, but when it mattered the most, he did bring him down there. But he didn't start out good neither. Last season is something that we should go ahead and review and just go ahead and get out the way before the real thick, probably before the first preseason game. Try to get that out our way, get that out our system, and see. And moving forward to 2024, see what we're gonna do. But Jerry is being Jerry. He gave you enough nuggets to say, look, he's still all in. It's just a lot of ambiguity going around this. So, as my man Mr. Cowboy said, he's past it. I'm really past it too. But if you like to get into some football mood, I still got the videos of 7 games out of 8 of the home games last year from the Dallas Cowboys in the 2023 season, which they are all W. So you can dang show do that. Tap his pockets. I'm with these contracts. I'm like an option QB quarterback, and I take that thing all the way to the sideline. Man, you gotta get your ass upfield. That's why we ain't going nowhere, because you keep going sideways. He said fired about the Eagles game. Hey, that's crazy, because like I said, the first Eagle game I went to, that's my most viral video on that boy. And I'm fired because I didn't get the T.Y. Hilton 3rd and 30 catch. So you talk about double fire. It just be a lot going on, man, trying to keep his camera ready and trying to get the juice. And when you be having too much memory, you got to be like deleting shit, the shit you did delete. That's why I've gotten better at trying to get the highlights, and I got some tools with me that can keep my phone charged as well. But like I said, that game was around, the holiday season, man. I had to make sure. I had already spent a lot of money, but I had to make sure I spent it right at the house, man. It went, for family. So, but he fine. I won't miss it this year, though. I won't miss it this year. You can count me on that. So what we went over today, man, like I said, straight up Texas. Rangers win 5 straight, 2.5 back of my man, Mr. Cowboys, Astros. It's going to be one of them stretches coming down to the end of the season, or at least, there's still a lot of baseball left to be played, but until basically to the trade deadline and a little bit of a couple series after that, it's on, man. Some things going on for the Rangers up in there, and let's just see if they can continue to hold firm and keep battling. Of course, there's going to be news coming out of training camp, coming out left and right. So whatever pops up, we'll try to make sure we do that thing. And like I said, if you don't end up catching me having a live show, like I said, if you don't have X, go ahead and download that thing, man. You can get you a lot of sports information quickly off of X, man. X is one of those sites where especially when it comes to sports. Oh man, anywhere, any team, anytime you can get up on there. You can see some stuff. So go ahead and follow me on X. I'll be sharing a lot of articles from the Dallas Morning News. That's where I like to get a lot of my source from. I'm acting like an old man, I read the newspaper, but instead it's on my phone. Yeah, I got the digital copy, like my old man used to do. He used to have the newspaper and then watch sports. Me, I'm gonna be watching sports, but I'm gonna be reading the newspaper just in digital form. So I like to get a lot of my brain feed from there. And then, of course, I'll go to DallasCowboys.com. Go to the Cowboys site. If you don't already have that, you can catch, man, people like Patrick Walker, Nick Harris, all them type of, you catch all them kicking flavor up in there as well. A lot of things to follow. Oh, hey, bro. It's nothing. I will let you know everything. People say the no state taxes is cheaper out here. Nah, it got a little bit more expensive. It got expensive up out here, bro. It has got expensive out here. So, but I welcome you back, man. We do this sometime sooner or later. I'm just waiting for them to have their training camp coming down here to Frisco. But probably before then, I'm gonna go ahead and check out Frisco. Hit it up. It's just be too hot to be out there on that demo field, bro. It really do. But I do need to hit the Cowboys Pro Shop to see what I can add into the man cave right here that we got for DFW. So y'all know how we rocking, man. So let me go ahead and get off the chime, man. But before I do, y'all already know, y'all see the ticker below. This is the Battleground of Sports Talk, DFW Sports Raps. Like, subscribe, hit that notification chime. Follow me on Instagram at @isdrewski. Follow me on X at Drewski Selfmade. Man, love to have fun doing this. I'm trying to come up with y'all as much content as possible. I'm just trying to make sure I always stay in y'all face, not just always going to the games because them things can get expensive, but trying to make sure I get on my live game way much more than than I have here lately. And when football season comes around, that's normally when it kicks up another pace. But Rangers are on their quest to try to repeat again. They're not out of it. So you're looking forward to seeing my face a lot of times. So Mr. Cowboy, holla at me, man. Holla at me. Stay tuned. Appreciate you for always joining in. Joshua the GOAT, appreciate you for staying in real late. Tuning in with your boy. Chiming in. My man Vic, Cowtown, man. Cowtown, Texas up in this thing. Be safe on them roads, brother. Appreciate you for tuning in as well. Gamer and Baller, appreciate the shout out for jumping up in here. Who else we got? That's all my people for tonight. Make sure I don't miss nobody. All right, for sure. And like I said, we'll try to get the brothers on here sooner or later. Try to do our thing and see what type of topics we can bring up. But until then, man, y'all already know what it is. I'm the one man force, the eyes and flavor of DFW Sports, kicking the brand new flavor in y'all face by choice. That's how we gonna do it right here, man. And y'all know my slogan, man. Make sure you do everything with love because love always wins. It's almost the weekend, y'all. That's the law. I'm out, y'all. Catch y'all on the quick one.